Everyone is tried in the courtroom of heaven. It is not man who judges, but your Father up above. Don't just hear the word, but live it. On the threshing floor is where he has gathered and separated the sheep from the wolves. Everyone that is a soldier fighting the good fight has been equipped with the tools necessary to succeed. The fight has already been won. He just needs us to persevere and endure. Fight, for we wrestle not against flesh and blood. Ephesians chapter 6, verse 12. The flame of God is present in all of us. He has stripped us and pruned us to enable us to fully operate in His strength. Our faith makes us powerful. He has equipped us with the same power that His disciples were given, the power to heal and deliver. Jesus told His disciples if only they had the faith of a mustard seed, surely they could tell the mountain to move and it shall be moved. So you ask, what positions are the Father calling us to? The Lord has unveiled and uncovered us, is leading us forth to share His word with the world. Do not turn back. Be strong and courageous. Acts chapter 21 and chapter 2 tells us how Paul was ready to lay his life on the line and die for Jesus' sake. The Lord needs His army. Will you be willing to lay your life down for the Lord in the same way that He offered His up for us in order to join Him for eternity in heaven? He needs you to be prepared. And yes, you will be rewarded with wealth and positions of power, but do it because you love Him and He gave His life first so that we may live. James chapter 5. Now listen, you rich people. Weep and wail because of the misery that is coming on you. Your wealth has rotted, and moths have eaten your clothes. Your gold and silver are corroded. Their corrosion will testify against you and eat your flesh like fire. You have hoarded wealth in the last days. Look, the wages you failed to pay the workers who mowed your fields are crying out against you. The cries of the harvesters have reached the ears of the Lord Almighty. You have lived on earth in luxury and self-indulgence. You have fattened yourselves in the day of slaughter. You have condemned and murdered the innocent one who was not opposing you. Be patient, then, brothers and sisters, until the Lord's coming. See how the farmer waits for the land to yield its valuable crop, patiently waiting for the autumn and spring rains. You too be patient and stand firm, because the Lord's coming is near. Don't grumble against one another, brothers and sisters, or you will be judged. The judge is standing at the door. Brothers and sisters, as an example of patience in the face of suffering, take the prophets who spoke in the name of the Lord. As you know, we count as blessed those who have persevered. You have heard of Job's perseverance and have seen what the Lord finally brought about. The Lord is full of compassion and mercy. Above all, my brothers and sisters, do not swear, not by heaven or by earth or by anything else. All you need to say is a simple yes or no. Otherwise, you will be condemned. Is anyone among you in trouble? Let them pray. Is anyone happy? Let them sing songs of praise. Is anyone among you sick? Let them call the elders of the church. We are the church. To pray over them and anoint them with oil in the name of the Lord. And the prayer offered in faith will make the sick person well. The Lord will raise them up. If they have sinned, they will be forgiven. Therefore, confess your sins to each other and pray for each other so that you may be healed. The prayer of a righteous person is powerful and effective. Elijah was a human being, even as we are. He prayed earnestly that it would not rain, and it did not rain on the land for 3.5 years. Also, again he prayed, and the heavens gave rain, and the earth produced its crops. My brothers and sisters, if one of you should wander from the truth and someone should bring that person back, remember this. Whoever turns a sinner from the error of their way will save them from death and cover over a multitude of sins. Woe to the inhabitants of earth. He is sounding the alarm. No more time to waste. Do not grieve the Father by being unfruitful, useless, or by using foul language, by being deceitful, or by dishonoring Him, by doing the opposite of what He's calling you to do. He's not asking us to do anything more than He asked of the generations before us. Luke chapter 12, verses 42 through 44. The Lord answered, who then is the faithful and wise manager whom the master puts in charge of his servants to give them their food allowance at the proper time? It will be good for that servant whom the master finds doing so when he returns. Truly I tell you, he will put him in charge of all his possessions. Do not be as Judas and turn your back on Jesus for money and earthly gain. This is a mantle that you cannot refuse. And if you do, someone else will raise up in your position, ready to do the Lord's work for the kingdom of heaven. To do so will not only cost you your life, but the lives that are counting on you to succeed. Get ready to rise up and thrive. Soon there will be lawlessness more than is currently being seen. Evil is corruptible and can be bought. It is easily persuaded. It does not give off light, nor does it possess the ability to love. Fury and rage from the Lord is coming in judgment and destruction. To you that have completed the process, the Lord is moving you from one point to the next or one place to the other. You have been moved and are appointed to a higher position. You are taking what is rightfully yours, possessions, marriages, or ministries. You will prosper. Where two or more are gathered, the Lord is in the midst. God is moving swiftly, bringing it all together. He is bringing these unions together in the way that He designed it to be. Two. Ecclesiastes chapter 4, verses 9 through 12. Two are better than one, because they have a good return for their labor. If either of them falls down, one can help the other up. But pity anyone who falls and has no one to help them up. Also, if two lie down together, they will keep warm. But how can one keep warm alone? Though one may be overpowered, two can defend themselves. A cord of 3 strands is not quickly broken. God is restoring hope and upgrading lives. He is making dry places green or fertile again. He is rescuing His children and sending help. The Lord has been showing me rings and letting me know that these spouses are returning honest with pure intentions and motives. You will be jumping and leaping with joy. There is a longing for one another, a desire to love. Genesis chapter 2, verse 24. Therefore shall a man leave his father and his mother, and shall cleave unto his wife, and they shall be one flesh. You are getting married. The Lord showed me the word wedding as someone's last name, a broom in the middle of the road as I was driving, as if jumping the broom. You two will be happy. The Lord showed me two bluebirds flying past my car, playfully following one another. You two will move together as one. No delay. Signed, sealed, delivered. Bravo. Well done. The Lord is your banner. Have a blessed night, everyone.